Hey guys, welcome to my kitchen. Another big exciting day in my kitchen. Where are we going? What are we making? Today what we're going to do is we're going to go to Joe Borio, me. We're going to go to my childhood kitchen. And when I was a little kid, I had the absolute blessing to have the most wonderful mother in the world. There were 4 of us, and she always would do these fun little things that we would do in the kitchen. So, you know, Italian immigrant family, cooking is so much of that culture, that social structure, that fabric that allows us to stay close and stay together. So she would always make things, I remember, out of like a cupcake container. She'd take cupcake container, and I've done a few of those videos where she'd make a quick little lasagna, a quick little breakfast, all kinds of fun stuff. And she would do things with bread as well. So this recipe is inspired by my mom, and my mom's still with us. She's in her early 80s. She's fantastic. And so I want to share with you a fun, quick little recipe and a fast way to make breakfast that's so much fun for your kids, all right? Before I go over ingredients, guys, really important tip to help this recipe come out absolutely delicious, molto buono, is when you subscribe to the channel. So hit that red subscribe button, give me a thumbs up, hit the notification bell, anything we got going on the farm, any new recipes, travel tips, we got a blog going. You know, I'd love for it to come right to your notification box. And I'll tell you what, it means the world to me when you subscribe to the channel, and it makes you part of the family, you know what I'm saying? So we're gonna call it a breakfast ciabatta. So whether you got a ciabatta, baguette, Italian bread, really doesn't matter. Ingredients-wise, we're gonna use this loaf of bread, this long loaf of bread, technically a baguette, we're gonna call it a ciabatta. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna mix some beautiful ingredients in here to make like a, kind of like a breakfast sandwich, okay? So number one breakfast in America, in the States especially, is gonna be with eggs. So here I've got 5 eggs. Now I like free range, you know, cage free, something really organic, really healthy. The flavor, the color is gonna be vibrant. Next, you're gonna need 1 pound of mozzarella cheese. We're gonna need to add some kind of bacon, but it's an Italian dish, so we're gonna add pancetta. The big difference between pancetta and bacon, pancetta is cured, isn't smoked. American bacon is cured and smoked. So here I've got maybe 6 ounces of Italian bacon or pancetta. We're gonna get some tomato pomodoro sauce that we're gonna use and put it in the baguette. It's gonna be a lot of fun. You're also gonna want some olive oil. Now, anybody new to our channel, we own a farm in Italy. We co-op with a whole group of farms right above the heel in a little village called Vico del Gargano. It's absolutely beautiful. We'll be there this summer. And the reason I share that with you is we actually make olive oil and we ship it here to the United States. And I know what you're thinking, Joe, I would love to get a bottle of it. I'd love for you to get a bottle of it too. So it's Vito and Joe's. People ask me, where does that come from? So my 2 sons, Vito and Joe, that's the Borio family, a picture there from the 1950s. And you guys think of where can you get it? Just go to the website or our Facebook page or Instagram or YouTube, the description, and just click the link, buy it now, and we'll actually drop ship you a few bottles right to your front doorstep. I like to think of it as taking a trip to Italy right in a bottle. So in the olive oil world here, I've got my extra virgin Italian olive oil. It's grassy, it's earthy, it's peppery. You can smell the hills of the Adriatic Sea. It's so delicious, so delicious. So we're gonna use that and spread it on the bread. I'll show you how to do that. Next, you're gonna need some salt here. I've got some French gray sea salt. Doesn't have any aroma at all, but I will tell you this, it's delicious, it's briny, it's earthy, it's very healthy for you. It's not as harsh on the salt flavor, and it's not processed. So something really delicious for you and your family. So when we want to add that, you're gonna need something to spread your olive oil on your baguette. I'm thinking cookie sheet with parchment just to help with cleanup. I've got a pan for our pancetta, and I got the oven preheated at 375 degrees. And I think it's time to start having some fun here. So what do you say? To get things started, guys, I'm gonna take my pancetta, again, about 4 to 6 ounces, put that in a pan. That's our pork belly. That's gonna give us flavor. It gives a nice little crunch, a little caramelization. Now, while pancetta is going here, I've got to cut this into about 5 sections. So think 5 sections that I could get 5 eggs in here. And sometimes you can get a cookie cutter and make a round, but sometimes when the outer crust is really hard, it's tough to do that. So guys, I'm just gonna take a knife here, and then I'm gonna go around, and I wanna cut an opening here in the bread. And I don't wanna go all the way down. And then what I wanna do here is just open out some of the bread, open it up a little bit in there. That's 1 done, 4 more to go. So guys, I've got all my 5 holes cut. My pancetta is cooked brown, absolutely perfect. Now, guys, it's assembly time. So I'm going to slide this forward just a little bit. First thing I want to do is just spread some olive oil. So take your bread and coat it in some olive oil. Vito and Joe's, obviously. And then I'm going to put some on the inside here. Pieces I cut out, I'm going to coat those in olive oil as well. And now, guys, I'm going to take some of my sea salt here. And I'm just going to put a nice little sprinkle, which will stick now because of the oil. And I'm going to salt. And I'm going to season up my little pieces of bread here that I cut out. First thing we're going to do is just going to put, we won't use all this, we'll hardly use any, just a little bit of a splash of tomato in our holes here. And next, guys, I'm going to go ahead and take my egg and just gently put my egg right in there. Now I'm going to go ahead and just fill up each one of these with a little bit of pancetta. And now I'm going to take some of my cheese. So I want to put a couple of pieces of cheese. I try to do it over to the side so I can have that yolk show, which is beautiful. So guys, that's perfect. We're gonna throw that in the oven, 375 for about 15 minutes. So that took 20 minutes, guys, and that is just absolutely perfect. I'm gonna let that cool for a minute. We're gonna cut it up. I'm gonna take this guy right here. And then, like I said, you wanna grab these little nuggets right here because we're gonna dip those in. That's gonna be fantastic. I'm gonna just take this and give it a dip. Oh yeah. There's my egg, my yolk. Oh, you ready for that or what? First off, it's hot. Secondly, I got to tell you, the aroma is the bread with the olive oil first, and then you get the pancetta, you know, and the cheese, and the egg. It's so fantastic and so simple and so fun. And it just brings me right back to my kitchen being a little kid. I remember my mother had this little white stove, and we would put chairs up next to it and all take turns with spatulas, you know, cooking and enjoying. The texture with the crunch and the Vito and Joe's olive oil. Oh, the egg, the pancetta, the mozzarella. So guys, we're not done yet. We got this piece. So I'd like to cut this right in the middle is what I like to do. And now you're going to get it all right here because you got the sauce. That's the first thing that hits me is the marinara sauce right there. The pancetta, the egg, the cheese, the texture of the bread is so delicious. That little extra salt, you know, get that little extra crunch. I love that sauce. The sauce is perfect. There's not too much. No, it just gives you that beautiful flavor of tomato, that pomodoro on the back end of it. Guys, how delicious is that? What a great trip to my mother's kitchen growing up as a kid. Just brings back, floods me with memories. The aroma, the texture. I can hear my mother's voice. I could see my sister running around, my brother and I getting yelled at nonstop, you know. And that's one of the reasons we do our videos, you know, is just to, as you guys hear me, you know, shut off the TV and shut off the computer and the cell phones. If not just for a bit, you know, get around the kitchen and tell stories, get to know your parents, your grandparents, celebrate your heritage, whatever that may be. And really in the end, you know, you're going to set some traditions of love. They're going to last your lifetime. I know they did for me. Hey guys, for my kitchen years, make sure hit that subscribe button, give me a thumbs up, notification bell, grab yourself a few bottles of Vito and Joe's extra virgin Italian olive oil. Love to drop ship it right to your front doorstep. And last but not least, guys, until next week, mwah, buon appetito.